some things need to be seen up close and in person, like Philip Evergood's New Death.
What is fascinating about his work is that it's never social realism. It is always very phantasmagoric. The way these characters, who are basically capitalists, are being caught up in the new death of the atom bomb, and there's a kind of a sense of a spidery world. And in that spidery world, it's not just the people who are plotting the destruction of the world, but also all of humanity, you might say, is being caught up.
Bram Dijkstra has a good eye for art as well as a bargain.
This is a part of our collection of what we used to call our collection of discarded art.
The art he references was part of the government-sponsored Works Progress Administration, or WPA, which provided artists with a weekly stipend in exchange for art. But as art from thousands of artists piled up, the government eventually just threw away most of it.
And it's a story that is very dramatically described in Life magazine, with photographs of a secondhand dealer finding paintings and unwinding some of these bales and having the artists themselves come back and buy for a couple of pennies their own paintings. And so the exhibit is essentially a result of about 40 years of collecting work that was basically being thrown out by a lot of different places.
Their art was described as social realism, by which they really meant socialist realism. And so this art was not only discarded, it was actually, dissed and denigrated, and the art establishment, the art professional museum establishment cooperated.
But now, Oceanside Museum is showcasing 45 paintings from the Dijkstra collection for the exhibit Art for the People, WPA-era paintings. Many of these paintings emphasize the human figure, like Harry Sternberg's Coal Miner and Family. His painting offers a critique of America, depicting the harsh life of Pennsylvania miners.
He discovered that the miners were forced to dig by the owners of the companies underneath their own houses. And the effect of that was that very often the houses would literally implode.
So one of the objectives of this collection and the show was to bring back the political dimension, but to also show that the art of the period included many different things.
The rough texture of John Costigan's wood interior contrasts dramatically with Edward Biberman's slow turn.
That has no texture, officially no texture, but the texture is there in the sense that the road becomes the texture.
So this is one of those paintings in which there is an implicit political message as opposed to explicit. Some of the viewers have said this is California noir.
When you go around in this exhibition, there are so many different textures, from very thick textures to almost no texture at all. And artists have purposes for that no texture or thick texture, and that again relates to the way in which we experience a painting.
And the best way to experience a painting is always by seeing the authentic object, says Oceanside Museum of Art's Executive Director, Maria Mingalone.
So you can experience things in print or in digital formats, but there is nothing like literally being in front of a painting or in front of a work of art. And the experience that you have is intangible.
The Dijkstra collection serves up a diverse array of breathtaking art that has not always received the appreciation it deserves. Art for the People, WPA-era paintings, celebrates this art. Thanks for watching. I'm Beth Accomando, and I love covering arts and culture for KPBS here in San Diego. If you want to see more of my coverage, then please hit the like and subscribe button and share. Thanks.